Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members and staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. To members of a university, a ceremony for the presentation of awards is a particularly important and a happy occasion. To all of you, I extend a very warm welcome. To graduates, I offer congratulations and the very best wishes. The university's mission commits it to achieving international excellence in education and research. It is also committed to work through partnerships for regional, national and global enrichment. In the area of teaching and learning, the university aims to provide an education to all students which will equip them intellectually to the best international standards. The university's goal is to develop graduates whose knowledge, skills, abilities and attitudes are highly valued and allow them to contribute to the workplace and the broader community. Whether you are here today to celebrate your first undergraduate degree, a postgraduate coursework degree, or the research higher degree of Doctor of Philosophy, you have acquired comprehensive and well-founded knowledge in the relevant discipline, appropriate professional knowledge and skills, the ability to think logically and laterally, critically and creatively, and to use these qualities effectively in decision-making and problem-solving. There are two critical tests of the quality of the education you've received from this university. One relates to the graduate satisfaction, your satisfaction, and the other to employability and employer satisfaction. As new graduates, you will have received the Graduate Careers Council of Australia's Graduate Destination Survey and the Course Experience Questionnaire. Responses to these two instruments by graduates from previous years demonstrates a very high level of satisfaction with their educational experience at the University of Newcastle. I hope that your experience has also been as rewarding. In addition, commencing salaries for Newcastle graduates continue to be higher than the national average, indicating that our graduates are highly competitive against those of other Australian universities. Employer satisfaction, as reported in the university's own employer survey, is also very positive. The speed and nature of change in our society today is such that whatever qualification you have completed, you will need to be engaged in lifelong learning to be and remain successful and valued as a citizen, an employee or manager. I'm confident that the skills which you've acquired during your study at this university will stimulate the continuous search for more knowledge and understanding. These in turn will equip you to make significant contributions to the local, national, and I'm sure in the case of some, the international community. In the area of research performance, the university currently ranks 9th out of the 39 public universities in Australia, with an annual research income of about $25 million and a total annual expenditure on research projects, research scholarships and research infrastructure of about $36 million. It's an outstanding research achievement. In December 2001, the university will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the beginning of university education in Newcastle, a significant celebration. On the 3rd of December 1951, at a ceremony held in the Newcastle Technical College in Tighes Hill, the Newcastle College of the New South Wales University of Technology was officially opened and university education in this area became a reality. The establishment of this college was preceded by the founding of Newcastle Teachers College in 1949, and then in 1952 the Conservatorium of Music was born, and in 1965 the University of Newcastle was established under its Act of Parliament. An auspicious year to be graduating. I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates of the university, you automatically become members of the graduate body, the Convocation. You thus join more than 50,000 other graduates worldwide and have an opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance and the development of this university. I hope you will take every opportunity to do so. I now call on the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Timothy Ayres. Rhonda Barker. Sandra Bickerton. Margaret Bray. Colleen Burns. Dione Campbell. Kathleen Clarkson. Dana Cowmeadow. Leanne Cox. Lara Cross. Jess Delaney. Brian Deaver. Danielle Drury. Daniel. Drury. Mark Edmonds. William Figuera. Daniela Fracaro. Sally Galt. Jennifer Hayward. Glenn Hone. Leela Hopkins. Charles Jeffries. Justine Lewis. Hugh McCallum. Belinda Major. Barbara Mavratzakis. Natalie McGovern. Roland Milbank. Amanda Milton. Rosalind Moore. Estelle Moule. Grant Murray. Bonnie O'Brien. Jennifer O'Donoghue. Robert Popoff. Julie Ann Power. Karen Priest. Fiona Quinn. Sharon Riley. Jane Roberts. Violet Roberts. Alan Solove. Tanisha Strong. Alison Walsh. Penny Watts. Darren Wharton. Robert Whiteman. Jennifer Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Commerce, Kieran Glennon. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Class 2, Division 1, Vanak Bolan. Philip Felton. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 1, Valerie Genidi. Amy Nethery. Chancellor, a university medal may be awarded to a candidate who has achieved first-class honours and displayed outstanding ability. In assessing ability, the graduate's record throughout the whole degree programme is taken into account. In addition to achieving consistently high grades, the graduate must have completed at least half of their degree requirements at this university. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Class 1 and the University Medal. Siobhan O'Sullivan. Karen Whitelaw. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies. Sarah Bamford. Suzanne Bates. David Burgess. Lyndall Cheshire. Rai Crozier. Annabelle Dew. Nathan Earl. Gregory Gamage. Jonathan Hall. Bree Hancock. Roger Hanley. Melinda Hedges. Isha Henderson. Peter Hinton. Catherine Keller. Deborah Kilalia. Melanie Marnie. Judith McCann. Tricia O'Rourke. Alexandra Parsons. Heath Wild. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Communication Studies with Honours, Class 1, Paul Donnelly. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, Emma Goddard. Catherine Whiteman. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Visual Arts, Suzanne Moore. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Fine Art, Christy Buttsworth. Gwendolyn Lewis. Nicole Middleton. Lorraine Palmer. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Fine Art with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal. Cressida Goddard. Craig Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Alison Charlton. Nolene Davison. Robin Fisher. Robin Hill-Smith. Satoru Howard. Amy Jarvis. Felicia Loloya. Karen Merlin. Sarah Munro. Jessica Chimuluga. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science, Recreation and Tourism, Casey Lambert. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Social Work, Kathleen Cook. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Speech Pathology, Sonia Eyre. Irene Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Speech Pathology with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal, Amber Laban. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Social Work, Michelle Gravelin. Jennifer LePrince. Elizabeth Watson. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Science.
I now call on the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Education to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Education, Design and Technology. Robert Barwick. James Brown. Terence Cohen. Kevin Dunn. Michael Cable. Eden McGregor. Inbin Pather. Peter Rowland. Timothy Vitopianov. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Education, Science, Special Education, Vicky Grogan. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the double degree Bachelor of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts. The graduates have studied for both awards simultaneously. Melanie Beckmore. Jane Borg. Mariana Dujac-Munro. Alyssa Gill. Scott Hardgrove. Clinton Montgomery. Gregory Morrison. Faith Noonan. Stuart Rayner. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Teaching and Bachelor of Arts with Honours Class 2, Division 2, Michael Philpott. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Teaching and Bachelor of Physical Education and Health, Kevin O'Connor. Claire Shrimpton. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the combined degrees of Bachelor of Teaching and Bachelor of Science with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal, Catherine Chalmers. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of the Diploma in Education Secondary, Amanda Revell. Chancellor, I present to you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Studies, Robin McGinley. Chancellor, I present you a graduate for the award of the degree of Master of Early Childhood Education, Donna Hurst. Chancellor, I present you graduates for the award of the degree of Master of Educational Studies, Carmen Allen. Gavin Hazel. Marianne Heddles. Chancellor, I present you graduates for the award of the degree of Master of Leadership and Management in Education, Alana Bell. Susan Dixon. Patricia Dybel. James Findlay. Fiona Walsh. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Master of Special Education, Belinda Clark. Tanya Mulligan. Karen Pearson. Chancellor, I present you graduates for the award of the degree of Master of Special Education, Sensory Disabilities, Ka Yi Tum. Meredith Walsh. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Law to present a graduate from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Laws and Diploma of Legal Practice, Terence Tomlin. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of a graduate from the Faculty of Law.
I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree Bachelor of Nursing. Rebecca Allen. Deladem Amuzi Hortawovi. Mark Anal. Lisa Bailey. Carolyn Barter. Crystal Carter. Hui Wen Cheng. Alison Cox. Julie Droggett. Debbie Ferrugia. Ashley Hall. Susan Hawkins. Lucille Ivory. Yu Chi Zhuan. David Kelpser. Donna Kepi. Maxine Latta. Alana Layton. Robin Lloyd. Jennifer Mallion. Connie Matthews. Danny McRae. Michelle Montebello. Stephanie Patterson. Linley Patton. Mari Phillips. Saguna Plum. Kirsty Porter. Randall. Nicola Renton South. Brynda Rowe. Karen Rowe. Yi Zhong Shen. Joy Topouris. Tuan E. Sai. Cassandra Turner. Marie Wheatley. Kylie Whiteside. Michael Williamson. Shirley Willis. Denise Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Midwifery. Victoria Bateman. Rebecca Batt. Joanne Blake. Nicole Cousins. Leanne Egan. Julie Evans. Frances Robertson. Christina Sampson. Tiffany Tregenza. Susan Walker. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Nursing.
I now call on the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science and Mathematics to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science. Rebecca Hazel. Daniel Lang. Sean Rochford. Luke Slechter. Shan Spencer. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics. Glenn Jones. Cheryl March. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science. Michael Aird. Heath Badger. Michelle Belcher. Michael Block. Benjamin Boyce. Bradley Crichton. Ross DeVere. David Elliott. Luke Evans. Mark Houston. Marie Germain. Alicia Jenkins. Belinda Kirsten. Dennis Lau. Aidan Price. Christina Tai. William Thwaites. Liam Townley Jones. Susan Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Class 2 Division 1, Natalie Hill. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science Aviation, Anita McMahon. Cherie Offner. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science Professional with Honours Class 2 Division 1, Jennifer Edwards. Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the award of the degree of Master of Applied Psychology, Duncan Goh. Marco Milic. Vicky Sheriff. Kylie Smith. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the degree of Master of Environmental Studies, Kevin Cross. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate for the award of the degree of Master of Scientific Studies, Tan Artemis. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Science and Mathematics.
I call on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research to present Research Higher Degree graduates.
Chancellor, I present to you Catherine Adams for the degree of Master of Psychology Clinical. Ms Adams' thesis is entitled Influence of Cognitive Style and Coping on Occupational Stress in Developmental Disability Nurses. Chancellor, Catherine Adams. Chancellor, I present to you Samantha Arnold for the degree of Master of Fine Art. Ms Arnold's thesis is entitled An Adventure into the Sense and Nonsense of Space through a Theatre of Play. Chancellor, Samantha Arnold. Chancellor, I present to you Rosalie Bunn for the degree of Master of Education. Ms Bunn's thesis is entitled Measuring Up, Norms of Power and the Power of Norms in a Secondary School Site, a Theoretical and Empirical Study. Chancellor, Rosalie Bunn. Chancellor, I present to you Paula Canati for the degree of Master of Social Science. Ms Canati's thesis is entitled Experts in Their Own Transitions, Young Women on Becoming an Adult. Paula Canati. Chancellor, I present to you Alan Genders for the degree of Master of Science. Mr Genders' thesis is entitled Distribution and Abundance of Larval Fishes and Invertebrates along the Riverbank Estuary, New South Wales, Australia, with specific reference to the effects of floodgates. Chancellor, Alan Genders. Chancellor, I present to you Sunjay Rowe for the degree of Master of Mathematics. Mr Rowe's thesis is entitled Properties of Graphs and Their C-star Algebras. Chancellor, Sunjay Rowe. Just a bit later. Chancellor, today I'm pleased to introduce the first graduate for the degree of Master of Social Science Aboriginal Studies. We also introduce the first Indigenous graduate for the degree of Master of Social Science Aboriginal Studies. I present to you Dale Sutherland for the degree of Master of Social Science. Ms Sutherland's thesis is entitled Aboriginal Leadership. How do the issues of legitimacy of authority and representation manifest themselves in an urban Aboriginal community? Chancellor, Dale Sutherland. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and to our understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Today, the University is proud to honour Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, I present to you Helen Acquart, Bachelor of Arts with Honours of Macquarie University. Dr Acquart's thesis is entitled The Pomio Kivong Association, East New Britain. Chancellor, Dr Acquart. Chancellor, I present to you Roger Baxter, Bachelor of Arts of this university, Diploma in Education of Macquarie University, Master of Education of this university. Dr. Baxter's thesis is entitled Environmental Factors in Child Behaviours in an Early Childhood Setting. Chancellor, Dr. Baxter. Chancellor, I present to you Catherine Benful, Bachelor of Science of this university, Master of Science with Honours of the University of Auckland. Dr. Benful's thesis is entitled Assessment of Charm Morphology in High Pressure Pyrolysis and Combustion. Chancellor, Dr. Benful. Chancellor, I present to you Angela Cohen, Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Master of Educational Studies of this university. Dr. Cohen's thesis is entitled Playing with Culture, Young Children's Play and Their Social World. Chancellor, Dr. Cohen. Welcome. Chancellor, I present to you Barbara Crickmore, Bachelor of Arts at Macquarie University, Master of Education of this university. Dr. Crickmore's thesis is entitled A Historical Perspective on the Academic Education of Deaf Children in New South Wales, 1860s to 1990s. Chancellor, Dr. Crickmore. Chancellor, I present to you Michael Gear, Bachelor of Science with Honours of this university. Dr. Gear's thesis is entitled The Molecular Biology of Hexose Transporters in Developing Tomato Fruit. Chancellor, Dr. Gear. Chancellor, I present to you Sian Keane, Bachelor of Education Studies of this university, Master of Educational Studies of Monash University. Dr. Keane's thesis is entitled Confident Voices, Exploring and Supporting the Development of Self-Advocacy Alongside Adults with an Intellectual Disability. Chancellor, Dr. Keane. Chancellor, I present to you Brett Macaulay, Bachelor of Science with Honours of this university. Dr. Macaulay's thesis is entitled The Adhesion and Creeping Flow of a Highly Concentrated Water in Oil Emulsion. Chancellor, Dr. Macaulay. Chancellor, I present to you Tracy MacDonald, Bachelor of Science with Honours of this university. Dr. MacDonald's thesis is entitled Investigating the Estuarine Wetlands of the Lower Hunter River, Rehabilitation Potential of Tidal Reinstatement Following Degradation Caused by Tidal Restriction. Chancellor, with great pleasure, my daughter, Dr. MacDonald. Chancellor, I present to you Carolyn Mason, Bachelor of Arts with Honours of this university, Master of Arts of Cambridge University. Dr. Mason's thesis is entitled Resolving Factor Analysis. Chancellor, Dr. Mason. Chancellor, I present to you John Scott, Bachelor of Arts of this university, Bachelor of Social Science with Honours of this university. Dr. Scott's thesis is entitled Genealogical Analysis of Prostitution and Public Health, Differentiating the Bad from the Bad. Chancellor, Dr. Scott. Chancellor, I present to you Yan Yan Sun, Bachelor of Science of Kunming Institute of Technology. Dr. Sun's thesis is entitled Geochemistry and Genesis of the Allura Zinc-Lead-Silver Deposit, Cobar, New South Wales. Chancellor, Dr. Sun. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of research higher degree candidates.
We will now have a musical interlude presented by the Chamber Choir of the Faculty of Music under the direction of Philip Matthias. They will sing Tides of Ocean by Matthew Orlovich and Country Gardens by Percy Granger.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Professor Stan van Hooft, Professor of Philosophical Studies, School of Social Inquiry, Faculty of Arts of Deakin University, to deliver the occasional address. Dr van Hooft was born in Netherlands and educated in Queensland and Victoria. He holds a master's degree with first-class honours in philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy degrees from the University of Melbourne, as well as a diploma in tertiary education. For the past 30 years, he has taught philosophy and ethics in several institutions in Victoria, most recently at Deakin University, where he holds the position of Associate Professor of Philosophy and is the Associate Head of the School of Social Inquiry. Dr van Hooft is particularly interested in ethical issues arising from health and nursing care, virtue ethics and business ethics. He is an author and co-author of 3 books and numerous journal papers. He is a member of a number of international organisations, including the Hastings Centre and the International Association for Human Caring in the United States, the Australasian Association of Philosophy, and the Asia Pacific Education Network for Democracy, a UNESCO forum. Dr van Hooft has pioneered the use of Socratic dialogue, a method of philosophical inquiry in Australia, and has used it to explore topics such as love, self-fulfilment and human dignity. Chancellor, Professor van Hooft.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, staff of the University, family and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. Today we celebrate the achievements of graduates of the Faculties of Arts and Social Science, Education, Law, Nursing, and Science and Mathematics. This spread of disciplines is as representative as any might be of the range of kinds of knowledge that are important for society today. These disciplines represent the intellectual activities of reflecting upon and enriching the intellectual heritage which we acquire from the past and from the contemporary world in which we live, creating new forms of understanding of society and offering a critique of existing practices and values, acquiring the knowledge and training needed for careers in professions focused upon meeting the needs of others, such as teaching, nursing, and the law, continuing that great quest for useful knowledge which both satisfies our curiosity about how the world works and serves our pragmatic technological needs, and developing theoretical structures that expand the variability of the mind to think and to create new forms of knowledge. These are all noble tasks, and they represent the very core of the mission of a modern university. They embody the ideals of that 18th century historical movement in Europe known as the Enlightenment. These ideals celebrate the pursuit of knowledge and the impartial examination of life as rational pursuits that have the potential to improve the human condition through technologies, new forms of social organisation and governance, a new and secular understanding of the place of humanity in the cosmos, and a new confidence in reason. There was a political dimension to this movement as well. The Enlightenment ideal of rationality suggests that anyone at all, irrespective of their background, nationality, race, class, abilities or gender, can discover objective knowledge and agree with anyone else at all, provided only that everyone argues their case with impartiality, objectivity and fairness. This ideal further suggests that there really is a truth to be discovered about everything that matters, and that it is within the powers of human reason and human virtue to discover it. No disagreement is intractable because its source will always be found to be some ignorance, prejudice or blindness caused by irrationality or the unwillingness to adopt an impartial viewpoint. Accordingly, the Enlightenment promised not only the improvement of the conditions of human life through the advance of knowledge, but also the prospects of political liberty and world peace under the rule of reason and common sense. One would have to say, as we gather here today under the shadow of the events of September the 11th in the United States of America, that that promise has not been fulfilled. It would seem that world historical events give us little confidence in the very ideals which undergird the education which we seek to celebrate today. How then might we understand the higher education that you, today's graduates, have received and which many of us will continue to pursue in one form or another in the years to come? I want to propose three models for your consideration today: the libertarian model, the humanistic model, and the republican model. Firstly, libertarian thinkers place a great stress on individual liberty and enterprise. Like the liberal thinkers of the 19th century, they live by the principle that every individual should be free to pursue their own good in whatever form they think is best for themselves, provided only that they do not interfere with the similar liberty of others. But they differ from their liberal forebears in placing the greatest stress on the economic sphere as the proper realm for the exercise of such liberty. Whereas the liberal might focus on freedom of religious observance or on the right to develop and propagate opinions on a range of political and philosophical issues, the libertarian focuses on the rights of property and the freedom to flourish economically. Enterprise and the pursuit of wealth is what life is all about for the libertarian. Accordingly, the greatest enemy of the libertarian is big government, the welfare state, and the progressive taxation systems that are required to support them. For the libertarian, the role of government is only to protect the rights of economic entrepreneurship and then to get out of the way of the free market. Taxation is theft and should be avoided by all legal means available. From a libertarian perspective, education will be seen as an investment in a person's earning power. It will be seen as a resource with economic potential for those who avail themselves of it, and a resource which should be provided by the market at costs that the market will set. If it is thought that education is a collective resource from which the state as a whole might benefit, this will be applauded only if that collective benefit can be translated into individual advantage, and it will be supported only to the extent that it provides a minimal base from which individuals can move into the education market in pursuit of economic advantage for themselves. It is not the government's role to spend taxpayers' dollars on the provision of a community good or the establishing of a public resource. Rather, it should provide the basic minimum of service required to give those with entrepreneurial flair the opportunity to generate wealth for themselves. If there is a concern for the commonwealth, then it will be said that it trickles down from the wealth of those whose enterprise and freedom to produce has yielded the appropriate personal rewards. On this conception, education is a meal ticket. And on this conception, some of you may not have made a very prudent choice in the degree you have pursued. Not all degrees are equally effective as meal tickets. A serious problem with this view is that it conceives of knowledge, the very object of education, in purely functional and pragmatic terms. The question to ask of such knowledge is not whether it is true or morally good, but whether it works. Knowledge is seen as equipment. Although it does not take the form of hardware, it does take the form of power. As any professional knows, professional knowledge gives one leverage in the market. The question of whether having the kind of knowledge of the taxation law, for example, that allows one to help a client to minimise their tax payments, has a positive or negative, whether that has a positive or negative moral quality does not arise. All that matters is that there is a job to be done and knowledge gives one the power to do it. The economic rewards are the only important consequence. The humanistic conception of knowledge, in contrast, puts the focus on the role of knowledge in developing the person of the individual and the culture of the surrounding society. On this conception, the individual is not seen as primarily a generator of wealth, but as a person with a rich cultural potential. There is more to individuals than their economic needs and desires. There is also their need for a sense of themselves as creative and an understanding of themselves in the larger scheme of things. A human individual has basic needs, but once these have been met by social conditions that prevent the worst deprivations of poverty for most of us in a society such as ours, we also need to develop our curiosity, our fascination with beauty, our quest for meaning in life, and our sense of a unique and noble human destiny. Religion used to be a rich source of satisfaction for these spiritual needs. It gave us a sense of wonder at the immensity of it all, a sense of beauty generated by its rituals and its art, a sense of a human being's role in history and in the cosmic story, and a hope for a glorious and happy life in eternity. While many people are still fascinated by this vision and committed to it, our secular society urges us to find spiritual enrichment in a non-theological framework. And it is higher education above all else that is thought to offer this possibility for us. By bringing us into touch with the finest that has been written and said about the human condition in our own cultural traditions and those of the great world civilizations, a humanistic education enlarges our souls. It opens us to philosophical ideas, artistic achievements, sociological understandings, and anthropological insights that have broadened our cultural horizons and deepened our vision of the possibilities of human life. But it is not just the humanities that have contributed to this cultural ennoblement. The sciences and the more abstract theoretical disciplines such as mathematics have also expanded our world. Who cannot but stop and marvel at the immensities and complexities of nature which the sciences have disclosed to us? The pursuit of knowledge and of education for their own sake, as we say, can in fact be justified with reference to the spiritual enrichment of human culture which it produces. Of course, this vision faces some stringent scrutiny when one asks whether it should be paid for from the public purse. It will be clear that libertarians will see its virtues as being essentially private in nature, and therefore not such as should be paid for out of taxpayers' dollars. While everyone is at liberty to pursue whatever spiritual enrichment they might like, from whatever sources they might like, whether it be churches, art galleries or universities, they should not expect such activities, which are essentially hobbies, to be paid for by government. Nor should academics expect their teaching and research, their attendance at international conferences, and their long conversations in the staff rooms of our universities to be supported by public money. However much we might applaud and respect their disinterested and pure pursuit of knowledge and understanding, the state is no more obliged to support their efforts financially than it is obliged to underwrite the costs of a monastery. In the eyes of this critique, academics are a secular spiritual elite, snuffling about in the dusty archives of knowledge traditions in order to give ever more arcane expositions of ideas, the importance of which is no longer self-evident. It will be said that academics in the humanistic traditions talk only to each other in esoteric journals and meetings while leaving the real world to get on with the wealth creation to which it is single-mindedly committed. If there is an occasional critique of this real world from academia, it will be made on behalf of such utopian and idealistic values as to cut no ice with the hard-headed captains of commerce into whose hands our collective fate has come to be consigned. While not endorsing these critiques, I acknowledge that they can all too easily be made, and they do lead me to ask whether there might not be a better conception of education today. The Republican conception may just be such a conception. The idea of republicanism is larger than our local Australian variant. For us, the concept is used to raise questions about whether the English monarchy should provide our head of state. But the central idea of a republic is the idea of a community of equal citizens. Republicanism gives priority to the community over individuals. While it acknowledges the central individual rights that liberalism also espouses, it situates them in the community of which that individual is a part, and thereby aligns them with obligations that the individual has to that community. One does not only have the right to be left alone to pursue one's own personal good, one also has an obligation to contribute to the common good. The human individual is seen not just as a rational maximizer of personal satisfactions or as a pilgrim seeking spiritual enrichment in an indifferent world. Every individual exists within a matrix of interpersonal relationships, and these relationships exist within the matrix of communities. Such communities include family, neighbourhood, sports club, workplace, profession, ethnicity, gender, political commitment, and national identity. They form a complex web of interactions and mutual expectations, some of which will be bounded by state borders and national sovereignties, but others of which will be international or global. Citizenship is but one concept that captures, at the level of political community, the combination of rights and responsibilities that is central to the Republican conception of human beings. The key to fulfilment as a human being in this conception is participation. A Republican does not see a human individual as an entrepreneur or as a cultural connoisseur, but as a contributor to the common good. A Republican has ties to a myriad of groupings and loyalties to many communities. The Republican conception of education flows from this vision. It is the idea of education as a preparation for participation in the communities that make up our society. Professional training will be a clear instance of this, in that it prepares people for certification and acceptance into their professions. But it does more. It prepares the professional to contribute to and participate in that profession. A teacher contributes to the profession of teaching as well as pursuing their own career. Best practice is defined by the practice of the best. A lawyer adds to the body of law, not only at the senior levels through judgments, but also at all levels through responsible and ethical practice. Professions have standards, and whether they are explicitly defined in ethical codes or implicitly established through custom, they are the embodiment of the commitments and contributions of the members of that profession. Even outside of professions, the educated person is potentially the greater contributor to the community. In our multicultural society, both the coherence of ethnic, racial and religious groupings and the bridges between them are built up by the more educated members of those groupings. Participation in the communities that make up our society does not only take the form of contributions in accordance with the prevailing norms of those communities, it can also take the form of critique. The broadening of experience and vision that a tertiary education can give one can awaken one to new possibilities and to errors that might be inherent in the traditional ways. Critique of the status quo should arise not from the frustration of one's desires or resentment at one's situation. It should arise from a creative vision of new possibilities and the courage to pursue them. One learns from the cultural traditions of the past, and one explores new explanations of natural and social phenomena in order to learn what one might be able to contribute, and in order, where necessary, to critique the established ways. It will be clear that there is a political dimension to the Republican vision of higher education. It envisages individuals as citizens rather than as clients. The state is not a provider of services or a facilitator and protector of a private market for goods and services, nor is it a source of power that threatens the autonomy of the individual. It is a community defined by a collective vision of what national sovereignty and political community mean. In Australia, this vision is of a liberal, democratic, socially responsible state. Its view of national sovereignty at the moment is somewhat insular, as recent events surrounding asylum seekers have shown, and its cultural alignments are somewhat Western. But this only shows that the shared vision of these matters is not beyond contention. Indeed, participation in the body politic consists precisely in contesting these broader issues, as well as the more pragmatic policy debates which are the focus of so much party politics. A responsible citizen participating in a Republican polity is not just shopping around for a party or a policy platform which is consistent with his or her private interests or which will enhance their individual opportunities. Rather, such a citizen seeks the realisation of the values of the communities to which they belong. They will contribute to the formation and development of those values at the level of those communities, and then seek to represent them to the larger community through political involvement and through the ballot box. This rich and multi-level form of participation and this full and multi-dimensional conception of politics both require a profound conception of education. More than just an economic opportunity, more than professional training, more than humanistic and spiritual enrichment, higher education becomes a preparation for community involvement and responsible, critical citizenship. The challenges that you, the new generation of tertiary educated people, currently face, whether they be of environmental degradation, the breakdown of communities, or the destruction of the rule of law at the international level, are such as to place an ever greater premium on the importance of education itself. I congratulate you on your achievement today, and I urge you, as you venture into the uncertain future, to see your education as a basis for responsible professional practice and community involvement, and as a resource that you can come back to as you see the need in order to enrich your own lives and those of your communities.
Thank you very much, Professor Van Hout, for those thoughtful words. I now invite Connie Matthews to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. When I was asked to address you on behalf of the graduating class, I thought of two things. First, how honoured I was to be asked, and second, what could I possibly talk about for 5 incredibly long minutes? Of course, in the leading up to today, overwhelming fear and anxiety superseded all other thoughts, so I'm hoping you'll please bear with me. When I was trying to think of what I should or could say here today, I was reminded of a speech that I had heard at a university function a year or so ago. On this occasion, the guest speaker had paid tribute to her sister. She spoke of the immense pride that she had for her sister because she was a single mother who suffered from a chronic illness while undertaking a university degree. I remembered thinking at the time that yes, this woman's resolve was admirable, but amongst my classmates, and I'm certain amongst most of the graduates here today, this type of determination and dedication is not uncommon. For many of my classmates, like this woman's sister, are parents, some even grandparents, some single and some with partners. Some cared for an ill family member or were indeed facing an illness of their own. Some worked full-time and many others part-time to support themselves or their family. Some were occupied with planning weddings while others were confronting separations. Several experienced the joy of bringing a newborn into the world and the stress if that newborn decided to arrive during finals. And sadly, several had to say goodbye to loved ones far too early. While these situations may have challenged the most dedicated and caused the most determined to waver, the graduates that you see here today attended the clinicals, completed the assignments, and passed the examinations. And today we gather here to celebrate that dedication and the resulting achievement. Sometimes it seems like the past years were endless, and at other times they seem to have gone by so quickly. I remember the first day when we were told to look to the people sitting beside us, for one of them would not complete their degree. I don't recall the name or even the face of the person who was seated to my left on that day. However, on my right was someone who came to inspire and motivate me throughout the last 3 years. For mine, the atmosphere and the support at the Gosford campus was a real benefit for those of us who attended there. Through camps and clinicals, essays and exams, great lecturers and absent ones, the support generated by the small class size added a familiarity and a sense of camaraderie that is at times hard to find at the larger campuses. And for many, that support has continued on to our new graduate year. I think this will prove to be a real benefit at a time when nursing is at such a crossroad. To say that nursing is undergoing a time of change is an understatement, as issues are being confronted in many areas. Topics such as the struggle to obtain a professional status, retaining the current workforce while encouraging new recruitments, wages and workplace safety are challenging us all to consider what is a nurse worth. Even at the university level, the best way to educate and train nurses is being challenged and being changed. The University of Newcastle has been amongst the forerunners for change with the development of the Flexible Delivery Programme. While criticism can and has been made about this programme, I think positive aspects are evident. This programme provides more clinical hours and a chance to realise what a career in nursing truly encompasses. I congratulate the faculty here for being courageous enough to embark on such a change, for if nursing is to confront the many issues at hand and indeed prosper, change is needed. While I've spoken specifically of nursing, I'm acutely aware that many of those graduating here today are entering into a profession undergoing its own unique changes and challenges, especially in this time of international turmoil and economic uncertainty. I'd like to think that our time at university has prepared us to not idly stand by and watch as change occurs, but rather actively and thoughtfully participate in making those choices to advance the particular chosen profession. While I began my speech by paying tribute to individual dedication and determination, I would like to acknowledge that no one would be here graduating today if it were not for some help along the way. So I would like to conclude by saying a few thank yous. Thank you to the many staff located here at Newcastle, the faceless names who ensured that our program ran as smoothly as possible. Thank you to the faculty here, especially those who travelled down to Gosford to deliver lectures and share experiences. To the faculty at Gosford, I would like to say a special thank you for always giving us the opportunity to succeed. Thank you to our family and to our loved ones for supporting us and putting up with us for the past several years. Personally, I'd like to say thank you to my husband and my in-laws for their encouragement and support, and give a big thank you to my children, Billy and Stuart, for always being so well behaved while Mummy was doing her homework. To all of those graduating here today, I say congratulations on your achievements and wish you all the best in whichever direction your new career takes you. And to my classmates, I wish you much success in your professional careers and much happiness in your personal lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie Matthews, for your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I now declare this ceremony concluded. May I invite all present to join us for a cold drink in the marquee adjoining the Great Hall. The University Union would also like you to make your way to the Shortland Union building where tea will be served and you'll be able to order photographs, have your certificates framed and view a wide range of university memorabilia. No doubt you'll be able to spend up big. It's a beautiful day outside though, so please join us for a drink before moving down to the Union.